Hi, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Tamil Movies. I'm Ramya,
I'm Aswint.
and today we're going to talk about a 2015 film, Naanum, Rowdy, Dhaan.
Naanum Rowdy Dhaan is a action comedy film by Vignesh Shivan, and it has Vijay Sethupathi and Nayanthara as the main characters. So it's a for Vijay Sethupathi, it's more of he's a wannabe rowdy, and for Nayanthara, it's more of a revenge plot. And they end up liking each other. So the story is about how Vijay Sethupathi helps Nayanthara get her revenge. Yeah.
You can say, just say that he plays like a very easy, well-going character, while Nayandara is deaf, so she's trying to take revenge while being deaf.
Yeah.
Right? And she's just trying to get revenge, and Vijay Sethupathi kind of like helping her throughout the time. Majority of the time, he's just kind of failing to show her that he's a rowdy and he can help. But I think that's what makes the comedy of the film, the fact that he's not one. Yeah, like you said, it's a romantic comedy. It was also remade in Telugu and Canada.
Yep, so this is Vignesh Shivan's second movie. The first movie he did was Poda Podi, a simple movie, and I don't think it did that well. And compared to Nanu Radidan, it wasn't that great either. So he is improving. And he did do a cameo in Vele Pattatari. Danish produced this movie, and I think they were filming this movie around the time that was going on or something. So he did a cameo in Vele Pattatari. You know when all the engineers come out to help Dhanush?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's one of the people.
He did Thanas in the Kutum too, right? He's
Yeah,
only
afterwards.
done 3 films.
Yep, and the next movie is meant to be another Vijay Sethupathi movie.
I guess for 3 films, none of them have a similarity in storyline, right? Porta Potty was a whole other thing. And only thing that I did kind of notice in all 3 of his movies was that for Thanas in the Kutum, it was a super serious storyline, but the way that it was portrayed, you didn't think of it as serious. Even the scenes in Naanum Rowdy Dhaan where Nayandara wants to do this revenge, but there's never a time where you're like, oh, this is a dark film. Oh, she's actually gonna do it. You don't.
It wouldn't. They could have easily changed it into a
Yeah,
super.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like they just kept throughout the movie. It was just such an easy way to show it. Like you didn't take it that seriously. But I feel like that's what he's doing with all those films. Not that there's anything to complain about.
It's more of. I think he's trying to make fun movies for people to watch.
Yeah. They're like urban movies, kind of
Yeah.
like that. Like it's not like typical Tamil movies.
Yeah.
So the name was inspired by a dialogue that Vadivel says in Thalanagaram. And I feel like a lot of movies are like based off of his dialogue.
Yeah, like Varthapada Valipat Sangam. Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
there's like these little segments that they listen to. And one of the other things I noticed in this movie was that by the end of it, it gets different. It gets darker in a sense. Like the hideout that Parthiban's in and Nayandara goes there. Like all those shots are super dark, and you can see that as a character, Vijay Sethupathi isn't making those dumb jokes anymore, and he's kind of like serious all of a sudden.
It still has its comedic moments even then, but
when he was crying that his mom got like that, where she was kidnapped, I was like, I don't even feel this though, but it was more funny, but
yeah.
Anyways, overall the movie was very easy to take. It was a chill movie to watch.
Yeah.
It was very happy, and like the contrast really helped it too. The saturation in the camera work.
The thing is the music by Anirudh. Yep. I think I liked every single song, and the BGM did go with all the scenes too.
Nice. I think it was one of the best albums of 2015. All the songs were dropped as singles. They didn't actually like drop it the entire album or anything like that. Or you know what? When they have those releases.
Audio launches, yeah.
Yeah, audio launches. They didn't have that. They just dropped all those singles. Which they should have done considering how good the music was. Let's talk about the cast. Vijay Sethupathi plays Pandi, and he's a cop's son. He's Radhika Sarat Kumar's son.
Yeah.
And he's very relaxed throughout the movie. He even becomes like a really sweet person by the end of it, but he's chill. He's that chill, funny guy he usually plays. He actually had to work out to lose weight for this movie. And then Nayandara plays Kadu.
Kadambari, yeah.
Yeah, Kadambari. So this is the first movie she's ever dubbed herself. Did you know that?
No. Because I always assumed her actual voice, the lady who dubs for her most of the time. Yeah, I assumed that was the real voice all this time. And then I found out she gets dubbed.
But that lady's voice was really nice too. I
Yeah.
mean, so was Nanda's, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it did work out for this movie as well because
yeah.
she did have to talk in a certain way.
You know, if normal movie, if one of the character has like an impairment, they'd kind of make it you feel bad for them as an audience, be sad for them, or even understand them better. But I felt like in this movie they didn't do that. It was just, oh yeah, so she's like that, it's fine, and they just kept moving on. They played around a lot with the fact that she can't hear, but they played it as a joke. Like they didn't take it that seriously. Yeah, I thought that was cool the way that she did that. She didn't do like crazy acting for that, but she got a lot of recognition for this acting. I think it was well deserved. And then Parthiban plays the villain. Even him, he makes jokes throughout the movie. He even in the very last scene, he's making jokes, and it's just you're supposed to be the villain. What happened to being rude and stuff?
Mm. The dialogues are kind of him saying dumb stuff that he just lost.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh my
And
god, I'm scared of this guy.
yeah, and same with RJ Balaji. He was just saying funny stuff throughout the movie. Like just
Yeah.
time.
I think his references for his jokes were really good. Maybe it's the fact that I understood the
Yeah.
references, but I just found that hilarious, especially when Nandana tells Vijay Sethupathi, "Oh, I'm gonna hit the guy that comes there,"
Yeah.
and then he starts screaming like a
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? Yeah, his jokes are very well placed. Like
Yeah.
it was the right moments for sure. What else?
This movie, he started getting more movies. Before that, he didn't have such a main character. This one, he did get Best Comedian.
Oh, I want to say that a couple of old villains came in this movie as well, but they all played funny characters. Radhika, she came and went. She only came basically in the beginning, and then by the end of it, she was gone. Oh, actually, I want to say that Anirudh was supposed to actually be the lead character of the movie, and then he backed out, and Dhanush came and produced it, and so he got Vijay Sethupathi and then Nayanthara.
Maybe, I think it was a good call.
But the movie is based on Nayanthara, so even if he did act in it, he wouldn't have been the main because she's basically the lead character.
Yeah, true. He did a really good job with the music.
Yeah.
So he did win Best Music Director and Best Male Singer as well.
Okay, Nayanthara won an IFA award. So let's just say Nayanthara won a lot of awards for this film. Let's talk about favorite scenes.
Oh, what was your favorite scene?
Obviously the scene where Balaji freaks out like a
Yeah,
girl.
I was going to say that too.
It was
Everything
so
was,
good.
yeah,
For a second, I remember the first time I watched it, I thought it was like an actual woman screaming. And this time, like, I listened to what he was saying, and I was like, oh, it's actually him. The other one was, like, another thing I liked about his was when, it's so simple though, when they get the gun, they ask Vijay Sethupathi, oh, who's the most useless guy in your gang? And he says, oh, he is. So another favorite scene would be when Nayanthara asks the white girl what's her name, and
yeah,
she says Kamachi.
yeah,
That was pretty funny. Oh, and also when when Vijay Sethupathi is trying to be a cop, and Radhika goes around saying, "Okay, let's kind of lower it. Let's lower his speed time. Let's lower his weight, just so that he can become a cop." You know, like
yeah.
he runs in 30 seconds.
And then yeah, she says put it down to 5, and then they like use them
You
more.
said,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. What was your favorite scene?
I would say the same thing with the scene where we just say that when he goes to fight or hit the guy, and yes, RJ Balaji reacts to it, and then even the older man, he's funny throughout the movie too.
Freaking out when in the scene he freaks out too, right?
Yeah, he throws eggs at Parthipan's car, and then his grandson comes to wash it. And then,
That scene is so dumb. Like,
it's like a
Parthiban was like,
chain of
"What's
stuff happening.
happening?"
Yeah, yeah. And then the someone throws like an explosive or
Yeah.
something, and then
Even that, see, like it was going funny and then it got dramatic and then it went back to being stupid and funny.
yeah,
Yeah, that's hilarious.
yeah. The timing and
Oh,
everything is perfect whenever they
yeah.
do stuff. The timing makes it so funny.
Oh, I also really like the closing credits too. When he thinks his mom's dead and then
Oh,
he
that
goes
part.
home and she's wearing all white
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's
First, I was
talking to her
confused. I was wondering,
he dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
Any
that's
other
so funny.
favorite scenes?
I think that's it for me. I majority of the time when like someone's trying to talk to Nayandara but she can't hear, those are kind
Yeah,
of funny.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was much more funnier moments, so it can't. It's not that wasn't funny. It was. It's just like something else would have taken over.
Yeah, it's just yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Any moments you were like, what is happening? For me, it was when Nayandara says she'll only be with Vijay Sethupathi if he kills Parthivan. That moment, I was like, whoa. Was not expecting that.
Does she like him, or is she just saying that so someone will help her kill Parthiban? I mean,
Uh, no, but she does end up being with him after.
yeah, but does she like him when
I have
he
no
sends
idea.
him? Yeah,
That's a good question. I have seriously no idea.
yeah. The
Mm.
first time I watched it, I got confused when Vijay said that his friend takes Nayandara to another rowdies because she doesn't think he can do it or something, and then that rowdy turns out to be like a bad guy, and other
Oh
rowdy.
yeah, yeah. See, when that happened, you can question if she even liked him.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that scene was so weird. I was like, what? Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for this film.
fun movie to watch whenever you have time, and you can watch it many times and still laugh at the funny moments that happen between Vijay Sethupathi and Ajay Balaji.
I think with the entire cast, like everyone had their humor.
Yeah.
I think the movie was done well. But you see that they didn't actually get to be like a lead actor because Nayandara was. But I think that's what made the film really good as well because she pulled it off and her character had more of a development and more of a storyline than his did, and he just kind of played it based on her character. So I felt this was good for Nayandara's career. It was a great movie. I think it's a good family movie to watch.
Yeah,
It's a good show. It's a yeah, you'll have like a fun time watching this for sure. I
yeah.
watched it with Amama and Lakshman. Like,
So it's definitely suitable for families to
yeah.
watch.
All right.
So for next week's episode, we're going to talk about Vishnu Vishal's Ratisan, which is a crime thriller film. We're going to talk about parts we liked and parts that made us question things. Tweet us and new episode every Monday.